Hey trophies, welcome to this week's 35-minute dawn routine. It's go time. Let's have a great workout today. We're gonna be having some fun with our 5-minute segments of intervals, 50 on, 10 off. We're gonna be doing wall pushes. We're gonna be doing squat run, and then we're gonna be doing glute squeeze pump. So we're gonna get the full trophy body, and then at the end, we're gonna do a quick and fast, new and fun 4-minute formula that's going to give us that little extra cardio that we're after, but we're always muscle building. So this is gonna be a full and complete 35-minute workout. Make sure to have your towel for inversion at the end so we can get that physical and mental recovery. All right, let's go ahead and get started with our beautiful warming up. So I like to just get right into baby bouncing and connecting inwards. So standing up with poise, feeling the engagement in the core. So there's a little bit of a lift and firmness through the core and the back, but then we relax. We relax into it. Perfect. We're feeling the pull on the core because that's where we hold ourselves up with poise and grace. Perfect. Now let's do some hip twists just to sink into the hips, activate the quads, stretch into the glutes, and then also the core and the calves. We got to get those calves nice and warmed up because the calves do almost all of the work, right? We're jumping right into our calf muscles, so we want our calves to be super strong, super flexible, and appropriately warmed up. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and just take it down and do some Tai Chi twists. And I immediately notice that I stick my booty out for this, just because now when I twist, I've got this little arch and lift. So let's go ahead and guide ourselves around. A nice, strong, long leg behind us. Pull the shoulders down and relax the arm as you pull it behind you. You've also got relaxed knees in the sense, so that you can just get right into your flexibility in your twist and the rolling of the resistance release. Go ahead one more time on each side. Perfect, and around we go. Feeling that nice stretch through the core. Excellent. Let's hunch over and use the handlebar to help you hunch even more, and then bob with your legs, and then pull your shoulders up and down and forward, up and down and forward. Excellent. Let's stand up and let's do one side at a time. We're going to do a nice big circle, just like a big butterfly with both hands. One more time. Back we go. And back we go. A nice stretch into the back. Now let's do a side bend. And I like to soften this opposite knee so I can lift and lean and then pull back up and switch sides. Soften the opposite knee. Lift, lean, and lift and drop. Let's go ahead and turn to the side and do another hunch and quickly come down to bottoms up, where we can just relax and bob into the backs of our legs and roll the weight in our feet back and forth. Beautiful. The littlest bit goes a long way. Let's go ahead and come back up and bounce a little bit more. Get into more of a health bounce, and let's get into our hip twists with no mid bounce, and then start to rock the shoulders up. Doing northy here. Now relaxing the shoulders and the eyes, and then pumping up with balance and with presence, almost a little slow motion in our mind so that we can be in our symmetry. Perfect. Now let's flip the palms up and do open heart, opening up the heart a little bit, putting a little more relaxation into our neck muscles so we're just relaxed and lifted. Perfect. Now let's do Southie. So we're gonna reach down, but it's more of a lift and a rocking here. And so you're really digging into your core flexibility and your lower back flexibility. Let's do some hip thrusts while I've got you here, and stretch through the core, stretch through your lower back. Perfect. Let's go ahead and do some kicking now. Just easy kicking with a couple mid bounces in between. If you're feeling more energized at this point, you are welcome to skip it up to one mid bounce. Let's do 2 more. Last one, side kicks. Lift up and take it easy. If we've already done jumping today, if we are maybe later on in our day, we might just be ready to go at a faster pace, but we're still working into our trophy bodies nice and easy, so there's no need for speed. Pull up the heel and stretch those quads, feeling the connection with the bottom of the bounce. Perfect. 4, 3, let's do our wall pushes, 2, and 1. All right, first 5-minute segment is gonna be 50 on, 10 off of wall pushes for the whole 5 minutes. So what we wanna do is get into our flat palm, mind to muscle connection, mind to hand connection, and then we want to feel our back engaged because we are standing nice and upright. And then our elbows pull slightly behind us, and then we have that little relaxed let go in our shoulders and eye muscles. Chest is up, and then we just let our arms build. So push through your palms more so that you can get into your underarms as well as your deltoids. All right? Perfect job. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now take the full 10 seconds to fully recover so that you're ready to go. If you need to stop at the 45 or the 40, do it if you're pushing past comfort. So let's go ahead and pick back up again. Lifting your chest up, getting right into your poise and your form. And now just be with your breath as you take some resistance out of your movement. Just put a little bit less effort into your body so that you can move with ease and notice the activation building up, but you're saving energy in a sense by not overdoing it. Little more relaxed through the neck. Perfect, and then flat palms to the wall. Excellent. Pull those elbows down into your sides, just slightly behind you. Beautiful. 3, 2, 1, and relax fully. Feeling a little bit of a release. It's like it fills with blood and then it all just drains out. All right, back to it. If you need a little less activation, pump more down, diagonal. If you can stay upright, that's great. I know it starts to really fatigue. You can't even go a little up diagonal if you're looking for more activation. Just breathe and relax and see if you can bring recovery with your calm, relaxed breath. Flat palms, fingers back. Chest is up. Letting it build without getting into your traps. Just your arms, just your deltoids and your biceps and triceps through your palms. Relax. So yeah, we really get into our underarm into the palm here. And so do your best to hit with your full palm. 2, 1, here we go. Just drop your arms a little lower if activation gets too intense. Otherwise, stay strong, hold strong, stay relaxed. And if activation increases, relaxation needs to increase. Always, that's gonna be the name of the game in these workouts. If you learn to relax more, you will go longer, go stronger, recover faster. Everything in life is about relaxing through it. If we are excited and we feel relaxed, then we don't get too much, okay, relax. Oh, perfect timing. We don't get too much of that surge so that then we drop low. We just need to stay relaxed. 2 and 1. How are we feeling? We got to the last set. Make it count, make it good, make it easy. Your teeth are closed, your lips are together. You could even bring your mind to muscle connection to your face. Lift those palms up a little bit by pulling your fingers back a little bit. Yowza. We're doing so good. Only 20 more seconds. Stay relaxed, stay relaxed. Should be all shoulders. Just drop your arms if there's any tension in your neck. Squeeze your elbows a little bit behind you. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and done. It's the same thing too. When we relax during times of our lives that are a little bit higher stress, then we can not go too far down, and so that we stay more in mid-range. Squat, run, 50 on, 10 off. So now it's just gonna be about you being in a little bit of a squatted position, jogging, walking, jogging, running, whatever pace you want, into your resistance mat. So feel yourself in good form. You wanna feel strong in your core so that your core is, and your back is supported. And then let your legs feel powerful. The more relaxed you are, the more energy you will have to connect with your breath, power through the activation, move your body if you need to move the activation around because it's building up too much, and then just push your endurance for 50 seconds and rest. Use your handlebar, your performance bar, in any way that you can. 2 and 1. Sometimes I like to just lay my hands on it, hold the sides. I could even have my hands underneath it. I can lean forward a little bit, stick my booty out a little bit, tuck my booty under. I've got to make sure my back feels good. I could lean forward and hold at a lower position. I could let go of my handlebar completely, but my handlebar is kind of wobbly. Just depends on the move. It moves a lot in certain moves. It doesn't move in some moves. I can push it away, I can pull it in, so that's the way it's designed. Core strong again. Just moving your activation with your mind from your legs to your core can save you some energy, or can access more energy. And relax fully. This is all about full recovery. Catch your breath and go. And again, if your activation is getting too high, then just make it easier for yourself. Do you need to stay low and go fast? No. You can do higher and lift higher and go slower. What comes naturally to you right now? Core strong. Eyes relaxed. Then you go into, what do you want to feel? Right? You're like, I want to feel my booty. I want to feel my quads. I want to feel my inner thighs. All of a sudden, your legs start moving in a new way. Your core starts moving in a different way because you're looking for what you want. And then you just keep breathing. 2 and 1, like an accordion. Fully relaxed. That's the money right there. That's the money. That's a trophy. That's the trophy money. I don't know, you know. If you meet yourself in that heart rate zone that has the endorphins flying, that's where you really feel good. And if you're pushing past it, you'll be building up stress. And if you're not getting into the feel-good zone, you're not working hard enough. So, you know, you can find that range and then stay right there. Core strong. It helps you balance. It helps you have symmetry in your movement. And then relax through your breath as well. And relax. Because that's what happens at some point. We can go in and say, hey, you know what? I can override my breath and actually calm myself down a little bit. Because I could be huffing, puffing, right? What if all of a sudden I go, And I'm just gonna calm down a little bit. And notice that at a slower rate, I'm still getting just as much oxygen to feed my muscles, to keep my muscles going like a vacuum. Just keep going. Strong back with your strong core. I think what happens when we calm our breath down is that our lungs expand in the lower diaphragm more. When we're more stressed, up we go. We go more up, which we want to go out and up. That would be the goal. Fill up the bottom and then come up. All right, glute squeeze pumps. So we're gonna squeeze pumps just like this, and then we're gonna hold pull apart for the upper body activation and balance. So we squeeze and hit that pump, and then we can give ourselves a little pull in the pull apart when we hit the glute squeeze pump, or just hold firm the whole way through. Now, with this hold, we want to take tension out of the traps, and we want to bring it into the lats and chest. So we have to stand up a little taller and really feel the back activating with the glute squeeze pumps. So we're staying low and out of the neck. Perfect. So see if you can hit equal tension in your glutes and in your upper body. But if it's too distracting to do both, focus more on your glutes. And then you don't have to pull apart here. Recover, 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 and go. So you could just position your hands anywhere you want. You could have them on your handlebar and hit those trophy glutes. This is for extra. Trophy buns, I'm after them, you're after them. They really do feel good to have. And they really do support a lot of our movements in life because they're sitting right on top of the legs. They're supposedly the largest muscle group in the body, our glutes. Maybe it's the largest muscles, I don't know. So we gotta have them nice and strong, and glute squeezes do them wonders. So we'll hit them for 50 seconds, 5 times through. 2 and 1 in this workout. And as you know, in all of these workouts this week, we're hitting the glutes for 5 minutes in every workout. 2 and 1. Here we go. Right? Relaxed. That's right. We hit those glutes through the balls of our feet. We squeeze and through our core and back strength as well, because we have to have stability in order to squeeze evenly and hit, just like that. So we've got to be strong and do our best and know that every single bounce is adding 5 to 25 pounds against our glutes. And it doesn't really matter what the weight is that's hitting against our glutes. It doesn't matter, because what matters is if we're feeling good in the moment and we're enjoying ourselves and we're feeling something, we're feeling, right? Let the activation evolve, because it all depends on your energy. Think about it. When you have high energy, you have more activation. When you have less energy, then you have less activation, or you push yourself to get activation, but then you're potentially digging deeper into a low energy hole. So you just want to meet yourself right now, right here. Where are you at? Feeling good. Taking a nice, easy jump sesh with Trophy Sally, getting your reps in, getting your resistance in, and living your best life. Easy world. Core is getting crushed right now. Chest, lats, full body, even your face. You don't even have to think about all of that. Relax. Jumping hits everything. Just have fun and get good by continuing to have fun and get good. Last set. I love that you're coming along for the trophy ride. Keeping your eyes relaxed and your shoulders relaxed, keeping your poise on point, and building up your practice, building up your mind to muscle connection. It's your trophy ride. You're going along with your own trophy ride. You're taking yourself along for your own trophy ride. And you want to be there with you every step of the way. So be here now. Feel, feel, feel. That's right. Those are your glutes. Those are your deltoids. Those are your traps and your chest muscles and your core muscles. That's you, all you. Yes, and relax. Brilliant. All right, so 1 minute of calf pumps through the balls of the feet, and then we're gonna do the 4-minute formula a couple times, 3 times through, and we'll be done. All right, so let's get those calves nice and stretched and strong by thinking about our balls of our feet right now, the way we pump up through them and the way we land. So we're gonna go pump up and add mid bounces if there's too much activation. Pump up through underneath the big toes, and then pump up through the middles of the feet, and then pump up through underneath the pinky toes. How you land counts. We want it to be smooth. We want to feel calf activation, and then we want to be able to jump a little higher, stretch a little deeper into our ankles, and then when we've had enough, and then we relax. And you could, if you hit every bounce, that's going to be the most activation that you can get. All right, so fun time, 4-minute formula starts now. We're going to do trophy twist first, 2, 1. So the trophy twist is a nice bunny hop twist right in the middle. Emphasis on the core. I'm going to hold my handlebar with one hand for 30 seconds, swinging the arm, and then I'm going to switch sides just like this. It builds up activation very quick, so we need to get right into our easy breathing. And then core connection, engagement, because it's keeping our leg power strong. Switching sides. So strong core with every twist. If you want to do no hand and swing the arms around, perfect, that's fine. Core, core, core. So we're really guiding ourselves around with our obliques. And then flexibility. Perfect. Legs strong. Inner, outer legs. All right, next one is squats or jump squats. So this is entirely up to you how this looks for you. We could just be doing easy squats with some bounces between. We could do a few, we could do 5, and then we could bounce. We could do the full jump squat and bounce, and then down and up. And then, or we could do jump squats all in a row, which would be the highest level. So it depends on your handlebar, right? We don't want to pull the handlebar off the rails. So we might have to move a little slower if we have a handlebar that we don't want to pull off. Because I've had a handlebar pull a leg off of a rebounder. It was still attached, but it was stripped off of the rebounder. And I found it when I took my handlebar off and found the leg stripped off and thought that was dangerous. So can't do that. All right. Next one is jumping jacks. Wanted to go easy on you here. Let ourselves recover with a nice easy jumping jacks. But we are feeling back and core engagement. Keeping it easy and breathing. You bet. Eyes relaxed, shoulders relaxed. Poise, lift in the chest. By taking the neck and the eyes out of it, the muscles, it gives us energy to put our energy in other muscles, right? Let's take them out of the muscles we don't need to be working. The muscles around the eyes and the muscles in the traps. The traps are getting enough, right? They're connected to the neck. We don't need any neck tension. Beautiful job, trophies. Easy, fun, jumping jacks. The last minute is plank push-up. So how are we feeling this week? We're doing them in every class. So If you need your towel underneath your knees, that's fine. I want us to just be in constant flow practicing these. And so you've got it right now. If your energy is good, then I want you down with your right arm, up with your right hand, down with the left arm, up with the left hand. So you're gonna notice you rock back and forth. Down with the left to the right and up, right, down, left, up. So it's gonna be an easy flow. If you start to get fatigued, hold push-up. Lift your hips up. There's no excuses because there's much easier ways to hold this pose and build up heat and be in activation. If you want to hold plank, you can hold plank. You can do hip lifts in plank or in push-up, just like this. So do whatever. Push yourself and then get right back up into your chopey twists. Those planks are so good for so many different muscle groups, and we're in an incline, so it's a little easier than it would be if we were on the floor, fully horizontal. So we want to build ourselves up and notice that we've got that stamina for planks and push-ups. And we're doing push-ups, so we get to have that exercise building up so that maybe we can show off one day. But you know what? A lot of moves like push-ups and pull-ups and stuff, I don't do them. And then if I randomly come across a pull-up bar, I do 2 pull-ups. I'm like, there I go, I can do them. I can do 10 push-ups, 15 push-ups, no problem. But to practice them, they don't spark joy for me, so I don't do them. But if they spark joy for you, then you've got to do them because they spark the joy. All right, squat time. However that looks for you. You could just be putting yourself in motion like this. I love my handlebar to keep me aligned. I don't have to pull back on it. I can just have it here to keep me in motion. Chest up. Feel the bottoms of your feet. If you're adding jumps, land safely down so that you're very light in your legs. And then give yourself some bounces every now and again so that you can bring some circulation throughout your body. And bring your heart rate down. This would be the full squat jump. Landing into the jump is super hard. All right, jumping jacks now. Perfect. Just breathe and be with your quiet mind. Poise, smile. When the best part of our day is hanging out with our breath in the fun, fat bird nose breathing cardio zone, where we're not pushing our threshold, but we're just hanging out in our fitness, that is when exercise becomes a pure joy, because that breath zone is just flooded with good feelings. And so we want to just be hanging out with our breath. I'm so glad I get to hang out with me, myself, and my breath. Calmly. All right, we ready? Push up to plank again. Doing your best. This could be good any way you want to do it. The beautiful thing is that you really get to have variation with this because you can do wide lifts in your push-ups. You could try narrow lifts in your push-ups. It might be much harder to do that, but as you're working into more advanced levels of your push-ups to planks, you get to play around with it. And you get to keep your heart rate happy. You could even do just half lifts. No rules. 4, 3, 2, 1, easy world. And then recovery trophy twist. Hanging out with you and your breath. Thinking of your breath as an accordion. And then movement here is just loosening you up and bringing recovery to your elbows, your wrists, your shoulders, your back, your core. And your legs after those jump squats. But we get to do the jump squats next. But yeah, lots of recovery in movements like this that don't do too much activation. We just get to shred the core out. It's kind of like jogging on a treadmill, except this is like jogging for the abs and the inner and outer thighs. All right, ready to do your squatting? Let's go. One way we like to do it is 1, 2, 3, down. 1, 2, 3, down. Or 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and down. If your handlebar can't be pulled, that might be a blessing in disguise for you, because you have to turn to the side and not use your handlebar, which means you get to do your best. Now, I'm moving fast, but you don't have to. Beautiful. I'm keeping it fresh, so you can't copy me verbatim. I want you in your trophy body with your trophy heart rate and your trophy breath, honoring your body. Beautiful. Jumping jacks are next. Excellent. Chest up, shoulders down. This is a really good move to do when you don't want to think about what you do. So I talked about this earlier. Was it this year? Last year. We could all have a jumping jacks challenge for ourselves where we just wake up and every morning we say, before all else, I'm going to do 100 jumping jacks, 50 jumping jacks, 30 jumping jacks. And it's a good move because it's full body. It gets everything going. It's easy to count. It's a mindless movement. And then we can get motion in our morning and work the full body. Jumping jacks is your go-to in case you want to get a calendar going and just do 20 a day, 100 every morning. You know what I mean? All right, plank push-ups. I want us to all have a goal to feel good every day. And if 20 jumping jacks or 100 jumping jacks, 50 jumping jacks makes you feel good in the morning, then wow, right? What, right? You'll be like, man, I just stimulated my metabolism, my bowel movement, my muscles head to toe, brought circulation in, I stimulated my brain, my lymphatic system, and I didn't have to think except for counting. And that's a very good meditation, mindless meditation. Counting. I want to do a quick meditation. I'm going to go jump to 100. Meditation right there. Bingo. 2 and 1. Alphabet, exaggerated mouth movement 4 times through. 2, 1. A, B, C. All right, totally relax your jaw muscles, right? Sometimes you got to shake it out literally. Grab your towel and let's invert together. If you want to stay bouncing, you can absolutely bounce while meditating for this last minute and just purely relax your eye muscles, your face muscles, your shoulders. Bounce with poise. Otherwise, grab your pillow and towel and join me for inversion. Recovery for the legs, the mind, the body, the soul. Relax and melt into your rebounder. Excellent job, trophies. You're welcome to stay here and continue to invert and relax and meditate. Give yourself another minute or two if you're feeling really good and relaxed, because you're just gonna keep on adding up recovery. Otherwise, get back to the rest of your trophy day, and I will see you very soon. I hope you consider getting some jumping jacks in the morning. I'm inspired to do the same thing. Stephanie and I are 3 weeks out from our first fit model competition, and so just by talking about it today, I'm inspired to set myself a number that I want to do every morning just to get myself right into on trophy track. And it's not just physical, it's mental, because of all that oxygen that comes to our brain and all the good feelings that come with it. And so that can set us off for trophy day. And again, I want the goal to be every day to feel good. So if I have a goal for the next 3 weeks, it's to feel good every single day until that show day, and then to feel good on show day, and then to feel good the day after show day, and then to feel good continuing on. Because every day I want to get on my rebounder and do something, unless it's a rest day, no problem. But it's about the day. It's about seizing the day. And so lots of love to you all. Fantastic work today. We did so good. I will see you very soon. Or Trophy Steffi will see you very soon. Or your rebounder will see you very soon. Lots of love. Bye for now. Mwah.